of fishes when oceans ruled the planet. About 419 million years ago, Earth entered one of the most transformative eras in the history of life, the Devonian period, also called the Age of Fishes. Oceans were warm, the continents were getting into new shapes, and life in the seas was about to explode in diversity. This was the age when fish didn't just evolve, they took over the planet. The Devonian seas were filled with every kind of fish imaginable. First, there were the jellyfish, ancient survivors from older eras. They looked primitive, soft-bodied, armored, and slow. But soon something revolutionary appeared: jawfish. The invention of jaws changed everything. It allowed fish to bite, hunt, crush shells, and dominate new ecological roles. Life in the oceans became an evolutionary arms race. Among the most iconic Devonian creatures were the placoderms, heavily armored fish with massive bony plates. The giant predator Dunkleosteus, as long as a bust and equipped with blade-like jaws, ruled the seas like a prehistoric monster. It was one of the first true apex predators on Earth. At the same time, early cartilaginous fish, ancestors of modern sharks and rays, were beginning to appear. Also, they looked nothing like today's sharks. They carried the blueprint that would eventually give rise to some of the ocean's greatest hunters. But perhaps the most important evolutionary step of this era was the rise of the lobe-finned fish, such as Eusthenopteran and Tiktaalik. These fish had strong, fleshy fins supported by bone structures that would later become arms, legs, wrists, elbows, and eventually the limbs of all land animals, including us. For the first time, life was preparing to move out of the water. Meanwhile, in the seas, coral reefs reached new heights of complexity, forming vast underwater cities full of life. Trilobites, ammonites, early crustaceans, and armored fish filled every corner of the oceans. The earth was vibrant, full of color, and dominated by aquatic ecosystems. But the Devonian would not last forever. Around 360 million years ago, a series of mysterious extinctions struck marine life. Coral reefs collapsed, many fish groups vanished, and only the strongest lineages survived. Yet, from the survivors came new possibilities. Creatures that would crawl onto land, breathe air, and reshape the future of life on Earth forever. The Age of Fishes was not just a chapter in evolution, it was the foundation for tetrapods, amphibians, reptiles, birds, mammals, and eventually humans. Everything began in those ancient Devonian seas.